Join me as I dive into the mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident and try to piece together what really happened in 1959. Picture this: a group of 9 experienced hikers venture out into the Ural Mountains of Russia, embarking on a wintry adventure that will soon turn tragic. The Dyatlov Pass incident, which took place in February 1959, is still haunting the minds of many, and its mysteries linger to this day. These hikers set out without knowing that their journey would end in inexplicable chaos and unanswered questions. The setting couldn't be more enigmatic. A remote, harsh landscape blanketed in snow and biting cold became the backdrop for one of the most chilling incidents in the history of outdoor exploration. As the winter nights grew longer and temperatures plunged, the group faced challenges no one could imagine, all while the weight of their fate loomed closer. As we delve deeper into this eerie tale, it's essential to understand the complexity of the dynamics at play in the Dyatlov Pass. What happened to these hikers? What drove them to trek through such a perilous environment? Let's find out. These 9 hikers were all part of an expedition led by Igor Dyatlov himself, an experienced mountaineer. The group included skilled individuals with a shared passion for adventure and outdoors. Each member brought unique abilities, from the naturalist to the engineer. Their goal? To reach the summit of Otterton, a challenging peak that beckoned with promise and thrill. Setting off in early February, the group had planned a rigorous itinerary and anticipated completing their journey in about 2 weeks. As they trekked through the snow-covered terrain, camaraderie and excitement filled the air. This wasn't just any hike, it was a chance to test their limits and celebrate their skills in the wild. Tents were pitched, laughter echoed in the mountains, and everything felt blissfully normal. But as they moved deeper into secluded territory, conditions worsened. A snowstorm swept through, blanketing the path ahead and making navigation terrifyingly difficult. Surprisingly, the hikers pressed on despite the increasing danger, driven by determination, perhaps a little too much pride, and an unwavering desire to conquer nature. It seems they could never have anticipated the horror that awaited them. As they neared the upper slopes of the frozen mountains, one can only wonder what they were feeling. Perhaps a mix of exhilaration and anxiety as they approached their destination, eager and oblivious to what was ahead. As the fateful night descended on February 1st, the carefree atmosphere transformed into a nightmare within mere hours. Early reports tell of strange occurrences and alarming decisions made by the hiking during their final moments. The exact details of that night remain shrouded in mystery, but it's clear that something went horribly wrong. Let's paint a vivid picture of that tragic evening. According to available evidence, the hikers set up camp on the slopes of Kholat Sikhal, a name that ominously translates to Dead Mountain. Amidst the howling winds and snowdrifts, they settled in, unaware of the forces conspiring against them. But the next day, they were reported missing, propelling a massive search operation into motion. As rescuers scoured the mountains, signs of desperation began to surface. Certain hikers' belongings were found at the campsite, including the remains of their tent, which was bizarrely cut open from the inside. The chilling implications of this prompted an investigation that would lead to a multitude of questions about the hikers' choices on that fateful night. Why did they leave the tent? Were they fleeing from something? Gradually, as more of the hikers' bodies were discovered, chilling details emerged. Some appeared to have succumbed to hypothermia, while others showed signs of extreme trauma. One hiker was found with a severe skull fracture, and 2 others had missing tongues. Speculation and bewilderment overshadowed the investigation, as locals and investigators struggled to piece together the motive behind these injuries. Eyewitness accounts also hinted at unusual phenomena in the region around the time of the incident. Reports of strange lights in the sky and mysterious sounds added a supernatural twist to an already spine-chilling event. Conspiracy theories flourished, ranging from secret military tests to alien encounters. It was truly a mosaic of horror and disbelief. In the aftermath, the search efforts culminated in heightened scrutiny and investigation, but little more clarity was achieved. Families were left with an ache of not knowing, while the public was captivated by the mystery. Various theories circulated about what transpired in the mountains that frigid night, yet no single explanation sufficed to satisfy the collective craving for understanding. Years went by, and the impact of the Dyatlov Pass incident rippled through the fabric of society. The fascination only grew, with books, documentaries, and countless discussions dedicated to uncovering the truth. Each hypothesis seemed more bizarre than the last, with some suggesting secret government involvement, while others speculated on supernatural elements at play. As we wrap up this tale of misfortune and intrigue, let's take a stock of the many theories surrounding the Dyatlov Pass incident. Some theorists argue that the hikers were possibly victims of an avalanche, while others insist on a more sinister explanation involving military testing of weapons or even paranormal activity. The truth remains elusive, and with each passing year, the legend only deepens. It's safe to say that new discoveries are still being made, and the curiosity seems insatiable. The more we learn, the more questions arise, leaving us all in a web of mystery that's just waiting to be unraveled. What do you think happened that night? I'm sure many of you have your own theories or thoughts on the issue. Drop your ideas in the comments below. And if you're fascinated by unsolved mysteries and historical anomalies, why not check out my other videos where we dig into more chilling tales. Thanks for joining me on this mysterious journey today.